All righty. I think we're live, and I am not sure if Coin Junkie and Terry are still here, but I've got to kill. Echo's gone. There we go. I forget to do that sometimes until I hear it.
Well, hopefully they're here. Hello, Coin Junkie.
Hey,
Hello,
Terry.
mean girl.
Hey, she's my favorite mean girl in the world.
Her and Barb, they're a tie. They
Rockzilla, how you doing, brother? So tell me, what flavor did you try tonight? Scorpion Metals. Good evening.
What's up, Scorps? How you doing, buddy?
So this is my 400th video. My $3.99 was my little short scripture video earlier today, and I didn't really want my 400th one. I wanted it to be something a little bit different. And so here I am doing this. Oh, good Lord. That's over 50 milligrams. You should be feeling good. Should be feeling a little bit couch locked.
I would be feeling a whole lot of unconscious.
Yeah, I mean that whole bar that you had wasn't 50 milligrams.
Yeah, I'm a lightweight. I've outlived my usefulness, I think, when it comes to that type of stuff.
But big thing I wanted to talk about tonight, and my email is there, is y'all that go into Miss Ida's chat in the morning know that I am going to run Christmas in July for Miss Ida this morning. Paula Abrams, good evening, darling. How are you? But if you know what Secret Santa is, Christmas in July, you've had fun with it before. And I've always had fun with it and gotten some really great gifts and sent some really great gifts out. But I am going to do a couple of things a little bit different than Miss Ida has done. Number one, I'm not going to pick up the slack for anybody that doesn't send out their gift. We'll just find out who they are and we'll publicly shame them. So if you're not willing to actually send somebody a decent gift, don't get involved. But if you want to have some fun with it, get involved because it's a lot of fun. But I will need your screen name because that's what people are going to know you as, is your screen name. If you don't want to give me your real name, or if it's different than your screen name, you don't have to. That's fine. But I will need your mailing address, whether it's your physical mailing address or if it's a P.O. box, but I need your mailing address. And I will also need your email so that I can email you once I do the pairing so that you know who you're going to be sending a gift to. And what I will do, I am going to collect names until the last week in May. During the last week in May, I'll do the randomization and send out the emails. And you'll have a month to find out something about this person. If you know nothing, get them a gift and send it to them. Because you will have their mailing address in the email you get from me. One thing I would like you to do when you send your gift to your person is send it to them with tracking so that you can prove to yourself that they got it. So that, we're not only protecting the person you're sending it to and saying that, if you don't send it, you're going to get publicly shamed. But if you've got tracking and can prove that it got to them.
Insurance would be a good idea as well.
Yeah, we're not going to be, I mean, if you send with tracking, you get what, $100 worth of insurance.
Is it? I thought it was 50. It might be 100.
So I mean, nobody should be sending anything that's worth more than $100. I mean, if you do, it's your fault, and you're just trying to show up the other people playing the game. But
how are you? Sorry, Bo.
oh no, you're fine. You're absolutely fine. But I want to have the bad thing for me is when I do the randomization, I'm gonna know who my Secret Santa is already, but I'm not gonna have any idea what they'll get for me. So, it's still gonna be a big surprise. But I'll already know who it is, and nobody else will know who their Santa is. But how is everybody out there this evening? It says there's 7 people out, so there's 5 people in chat. I want Coin Junkie, Terry, are you still there? They might be.
I don't know. If Terry was still here, she would have insulted one of us by now, I'm sure.
Well, I know, Rockzilla, the one thing that you sent to me, which was a custom gift, but at least you won it. But I use that thing every day. My dab rig is sitting in it right now. But you've seen that, Steve, haven't you? The ashtray that he got for me that's got my logo in it.
If I did, I don't remember. To be honest, I'm sure I probably have.
Well, I could wash it out and show it to you. This thing is cool. Entertain the crowd for a minute, Steve. Dance for them or something. I'll be right back.
I'm not your gigolo dude.
Do an Irish jig. That'll work.
An Irish jig. Yeah. Paulie, you reckon it's going to be rigged?
Oh, there's some deer out in the yard, so the dog's going crazy. Check that out.
Let me flip back over to the nice.
See, I can probably show it better. But the detail in that thing is really, really cool.
What is that, aluminum?
Yes.
That is, who made that? That is sharp. I threw him a curveball.
Yeah.
Come on, Rockzilla, help him out.
Gorilla Pro, Gorilla. It's a G, not a C. Gorilla Pro Customs, company from Canada.
I think I've seen some other stuff. They do a little bit of everything.
Red has had some stuff made from them.
Maybe that's where I saw it. Of course,
Dove, how are you, brother?
Dove Season. I haven't seen him in a while.
Dove was up on my live stream a few days ago. What was Saturday? He was up in the chat.
Well, I was covered up with grandkids all weekend, so I didn't catch anything.
And
I'm still trying to heal up.
There's Miss Coin Crew. How you doing, Angel? My favorite squirrel.
Angel.
No, Roxilla, you did not give that to me. I found out on the back. This came from Nova Star Stacker. But they want it. They want it on Red's channel, but sent it to me as my Christmas gift. Oh, 3-4 years ago.
That is pretty sweet.
It is. I've gotten some really cool gifts from it, and it's fun. My victim will get a pour from me.
Your victim.
My victim. They will. They'll get a pour. But the thing is when I find out who it is, I've got to think about it and make the right pour for them.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I can't just pull something off the shelf because, well, basically I don't have anything sitting on the shelf that I don't want to keep.
Yeah, the only things I have laying around that I've poured are some of those deer skulls and some crosses. For me, those crosses, especially using a whipping dish, those things are hard to get perfect. I mean, they're almost impossible to get perfect. Be a lot easier.
It takes a steady hand because
it'd be a lot easier with a crucible to get that silver where you want it and get that mold good and hot. But with a whipping dish, it's extra hard. But yeah, you've got to hit it dead center, and you've got to have that silver. If it's not at the right temperature, it's not going to fill out that mold.
Hot enough, it's not going to flow good, and it's not going to flow in that narrow mold that makes a cross.
Yeah, I've done many, and I have remelted many.
Angel, I'll tell you what. You talk to Charles and get him to make that with his 3D printer, and I'll pour it just for you, darling. Oh, give me a minute. I'm gonna go get this sticker and show it off.
You talking about Charles Latre?
Yeah, Charles. But Angel sent me a perverted sticker the other day. Be right back.
HVAC, how you doing, brother? Angel sent him a perverted sticker. Well, I guarantee you he loved it, whatever it was.
First of all, she goes and she sends me this stuff. Poop stickers. Blow poops. That one's not offensive. That one's not offensive, but it was, a couple of weeks late. But this guy right here.
That's funny.
She wants that poured in silver.
Holy cow. Okay.
But if I get a mold, I'll pour it. HVAC, how you doing, brother? Not really a whole lot going on here. I'm just letting people know that I am going to do the Christmas in July in Miss Ida's stead because she is going to have surgery and she's going to need some time to convalesce. And actually, I need to talk to Angel about something I'm thinking about for when we cover her while she's gone for a minute. Will make it a whole lot easier, I think.
I wish I had half of her energy. I would be set for the rest of my life.
Bumensida?
Angel.
Yeah, she's kind of bouncing off the walls all the time, isn't she?
Yeah. That that's the best
That's
thing
the way to put it.
wide open. Just yeah. And I do good to make it into granny gear. And she's just like just balls to the wall. It's hilarious.
Well, I expect obviously Stevel's the big trouble causer in here.
Not me. I'm a sweetheart. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Well, if Terry would come back, she could prove otherwise.
Now, that's the troublemaker right there. She's the queen of the troublemakers. And you get her and Barbara Carbone together, forget about it.
Roxzilla, Angel only lives about 3 hours, 3.5 hours away from me. I was thinking about going over and visiting her and taking her some candy bars. She's had some before, but it's been a couple of years. God is great. How are you, my friend?
What's up, Ken? How you doing, buddy? Oh, come on, HVAC. Yeah, be nice now. I can neither confirm or deny his statement.
Well, I certainly won't deny it.
Yeah, I know you won't.
Dub, thank you very much. You have a blessed evening, buddy. I hope you're going to have a good dinner sitting there in front of you.
Yeah, Dub, good seeing you, brother. Hope you're doing well. So 400th video. That's impressive.
I know. And I probably had at least 7 people watch them.
That's okay. I've probably got 7 videos with maybe 3 people watching them.
Now, I'm actually kind of amazed that these short videos that I've been doing, except for the occasional one that absolutely bombs, and I haven't figured that out at all, they do pretty well. Over 400 views, but I'm quite sure that it's all because people, it starts out with a view of my dog. They go, oh, I want to see this. And then they hear me talk and they shut it off.
Well, when you do the shorts, like your scripture reading, walking by the lake or walking your dog, it's almost every time, every now and then I'll get one when you post it, but usually I get them anywhere from 2 to 5 days after you posted them. When people do shorts, I almost never get them when they're posted. It's always days later. Shrooms, what's up, my brother?
Paula, thank you so much, my dear. I appreciate it very much. Shroom Day, how are you, brother?
Shroom's working on a big project.
What kind of art project are you working on, Shroom Day? He does some cool shit.
Shrooms, with him, it's go big or go home. I don't know if you saw, he did a video where he tried to reconstitute some of his sand with gear oil.
Oh, okay.
And
Did it catch on fire?
Kevin Rose told him that he had heard that's how a lot of people can take that burnt sand, or the dried out sand and reconstitute it with gear oil. And I got to give him credit for trying, but it did not work out well. So he had another idea up his sleeve about adding gypsum to it to see if
Try
that
it
would
out a little bit.
because it would not clump. It was just like soggy, nasty, oily
I
sand.
mean, well, there's definitely some kind of oil in it. I mean, the way that stuff sticks to your skin and everything, it's got some oil in it, but where the oil's coming from, the type of oil it is, I don't know,
Yeah,
and
that's the
how much is there.
Yep. I have no
But
idea what type of oil they
my
use.
first guess would be it's probably mineral oil.
Well, it's some type of clear oil. That what type I could not tell you. I'm sure it's it's what do they call it, a proprietary blend, and they're never going to tell anybody, and I don't blame them.
Although I know a couple people that do make their own sand. And if I really smoothed up to them, I might get it out of them. But
Yeah, if
HVAC, that is another reasonable guess too, is baby oil.
yeah, I think depending on if I want to do something, if I go down that 3D pour rabbit hole, if you're looking for really good detail, I think Delft clay is your best bet.
Well,
It save you a lot of cleanup time.
it's a lot more money, but it does give you better detail. There's no question about
Oh
that.
yeah, it's definitely more expensive, and yeah, for a reason.
But for ease of my children, all the sand that I've gotten for the last couple of years, I've gotten for free because they buy it for me for birthday gifts or Father's Day gifts or something like that. They have to buy me something. Oh, well, he'll use this. I guess it's better than getting a tie, right?
Yeah, who wants a tie?
I do have a few.
I have one. I've had it for about 25 years.
I think I've got about half a dozen of them, but there isn't a single one that I haven't had for at least 25 years. And a couple of them are like 50 years old.
Yeah, I can tie 20 different fishing knots. I cannot tie a tie. So when I bought my tie,
You get clip-ons?
I had to go at the store tie it for me and then loosen it up. And it's never been untied. It's buried, God only knows, somewhere in that walk-in closet back there. And if I ever need it again, it's probably going to take me 3 days to find it. But I'm not a tie person.
Just tell your wife when she buries you that you don't want a noose around your neck.
No, I told her just put me in my overalls and my Peyton Manning jersey or one of my Red Wings jerseys and let her roll. And I know you probably could care less about Peyton Manning, but you got to love the Wings.
The Red Wing thing had some honor. Shroom Day, I'll wear one in about 4 weeks. I'm going to a wedding. So I'll probably wear one that day. And I've actually got a really cool one. It's all Viagra pills. From when, Pfizer had just recently taken over Park Davis when Viagra was released. And so I got a Viagra tie. It's all these little red and blue squares with a Viagra pill in the middle of each one. And at a distance, you can't tell what it is, but when you get up close and look to it, it's freaking hilarious.
Yeah, you can wear that down to the nursing home and pick up chicks.
Tying ties really isn't that difficult.
I'm sure it's not.
I can do a Windsor tie without even thinking about it.
I just
And
never
I
had
probably haven't
seen.
done one in 5 years.
It's like I said, I can tie all kind of different fishing knots, and if I put my mind to learning how to tie a necktie, I know I could. I just never
Yeah,
have the.
it's simple. It's a whole, it's about a third of doing a Berkeley knot.
I just well now at my age, I've got friends and family members. Every time you turn around, somebody's dying, and they all know that I'm not going to be wearing a necktie to their funeral. I'll put on a nice shirt, clean pair of jeans, and my Vans, and that's what they get, and they know it, and they're okay with it. So
Well,
I'm not I'm
to
not a dress up
a
person.
funeral, yes, I am going to go and celebrate the person's life. But when I'm going to a wedding, you've got to dress for the funeral that it is.
Well, yeah, I'd say you're exactly right with in reference to my first two weddings. The third one, yeah, I finally got it right. So it's the one and only time in my life I ever wore a tuxedo, and I felt like a fish out of water. But she was worth it. What can I tell you?
Well, I don't know how much longer I'm going to stay on here because it's actually getting dark enough. I can probably go to bed pretty soon. And this old man needs every bit of beauty sleep he can get. Sometimes I scare my dogs when I get up in the morning.
Yeah, I need all I can get myself. I just could never get any. That's why I end up on these crazy wild streams,
If,
wild live streams,
if you ate
two,
more,
three,
if you ate
4
more
in the
Tootsie
morning.
Rolls, you'd sleep better.
Well, it did
Isn't
help.
that right, Roxzilla?
Yeah, yeah. Don't be surprised if you get a package at your door in the next few months with some junk silver in it.
Well, you can do that anytime. It might take me a minute to respond to you if I don't have anything made because I'm not making them and keeping big stockpiles now because I can't eat them anymore.
Yeah. Well,
But you know what
I,
I get paid next Wednesday is payday, and I've got a nice little meat grinder and sausage maker that I'm looking at that I'm going to go pick up.
sweet.
And I'm going to make me some medicated smoked beef sticks.
Now that sounds pretty interesting.
Doesn't it, though?
She's still working at the same store?
No, the store's closed.
Okay.
I haven't had a job in 5 months.
They just shut down?
Yeah. Um, the biggest part of their business is boat storage.
Mm-hmm.
And in the last month that I haven't worked there since October 6th, but in the last month that I was there, and I wasn't there very much, there was at least half a dozen people that came in and told me that they were canceling their contracts for storage because they got such poor service. I think that they really kind of screwed the pooch on the thing that made that business work.
It happens.
Yes, sir, it does.
What are they just taking their boats home, or are they just renting a slip at a dock somewhere?
Well, no, this is boat storage, winter storage.
Okay. Well,
So
okay.
they went to other storage places. But when they noticed this was happening, I think that they realized that they weren't going to be able to keep the business afloat.
Yeah, a lot of people do that. End up biting the hand that feeds you.
Yeah, they took a young kid, mid-30s. I mean, he knows boat mechanics, but he wasn't, obviously wasn't putting the effort into it. He'd show up a couple of times a week and stuff like that. Terry, welcome back. How are you, darling?
There's that troublemaker.
Hey, Terry, you can defend yourself against Stevel anytime you want.
Defend? Are you kidding? She's never on defense. She's always full on offense. It's either attack, or attack.
But she's so good at it.
She is. Oh, she cracks me up. Almost every video I've ever dropped, she's always made some type of disparaging comment about it, and it's hilarious. And then Barb, yeah, shut up, Steve. And Barb gets in there, and they just tag team pimp slap me all over the place. I love it. It's hilarious.
Best sex you ever had, right?
Yeah, I guess. What do they call that? Cyber. I don't know if you call it sex, but cyber foreplay or I don't know, but they're mean.
Cyber sadomasochism.
Yeah, that sums it up better. But they're so funny while they're being mean that you know they've never ever once said anything that offended me. They just crack me up. They're hilarious. And you can't help but love them.
Well, Terry even made that one video that she kept up for a while. That thing cracked me up.
Terry made a video.
Yeah, you didn't see it?
No, how the heck did I miss that? I
Oh,
know
it
I'm
was
very
about a
mental.
10-second video. But she had herself sit in silhouette in the shadow. And she said 3 words.
As long as it wasn't "Shut up, Steve," I'm
Those
all
were the
for
words. How did you know those were the words?
it. Oh man, I need to see that. I really need to see that.
Oh, she took it down a long time ago.
Yeah, but still, I would love to see it. I've heard people, they talk about Terry because she never shows her face. She never comes up on the
On
panel live
anybody's
streams.
panel.
And I've heard a couple of people say, you know, Terry might be a 300-pound dude named Chuck. I said, so
Well, the
that would
video
make it even more funny.
the video that she put up is definitely very feminine and actually very petite. I think she might be about 4'10" and about 90 pounds.
Yeah, she like one of them little lap dogs, that weighs 4 pounds, but thinks they're
I would I
Rottweiler.
label her type of woman as a spinner.
Oh, you're in trouble now.
Hey, I love spinners.
HVAC knows. Now I'm jealous.
Totally. HVAC, you got to share, buddy.
Yeah, you dirty dog.
But at any rate, if you want to play Christmas in July, send me an email at that email right up there on the screen and send me your screen name, your mailing address, and your email address. You'll get an email back from me telling you that you are in for Secret Santa. And at the end of May, you will get an email back from me telling me who you need to send a gift to. You'll have a month to find out a little bit about that person. And if it's Terry that is your person, you're not going to find out much about her because she's very secretive. And then you got to send them a gift and have it there for the 4th of July. If you don't have it there by the middle of July, we will publicly shame you for not sending it. And if you are when you are sending your person something, it would be a good idea if you got tracking numbers so that you can prove that they got their gift. Just saying. But with all of that, and it's been a half an hour, and it's stressing me to no end. But I think I'm going to close this thing down and tell you all have a blessed evening. And thanks for coming by.
Yeah. Hey, I appreciate you having me up, and everybody in the chat.
Well, thanks for coming up, buddy.
Oh, my privilege, especially to be,
Yeah, this is a landmark video. 400 videos.
So, yeah, God bless everybody in the chat, even Terry.
Oh, particularly Terry. Hey, she responds to as many of my videos as you do. And that's amazing. I appreciate it like you don't believe.
Oh yeah, even if they're not particularly nice.
Big bullshitter.
You gotta love her, and everybody that gets in the Christmas in July. It sounds like a lot of fun, and I hope everybody gets a great gift.
It is a lot of fun. Steve, if you get me as your victim, you can easily just send me, that St. Goggins that you're hanging on to.
Which one?
The 1924. That would be Mama's birth year. So yeah, that would be the best year for me to get a St. Goggins from.
Oh, that would be a sweet gift, wouldn't it?
Wouldn't it though? Especially with gold at $2,400 an ounce. But y'all have a blessed evening. Thank you for coming in. And like I said, if it sounds like fun to you, Christmas in July is a lot of fun. Have a blessed day. Peace out.
Love and respect.
Love and respect.